Hi, Katie O'Party here for Art Out with Your Heart Out. I just thought I would do an update, quick share on my Santos doll. I finally finished her, and see, you're seeing just the top of her right here. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick share of how she turned out. So I'm going to turn her sideways. So hard with this, huh? Because it's so tall. Anyway, there she is. And then here's my cage. Maybe I'll turn her this way. Oh, there we are. You can see her. So that is how she turned out. I'll do a quick turn like this. Here's the back. And I'll just talk really quickly about how she is constructed. I'm going to hold her like this. She is made from a kit, a Kaboodle kit by Rosemary Morris. And I'll try to remember to put a link in my description if you would like to buy a Kaboodle kit. It's a monthly thing, and every month is a different theme. This month it was a Santos cage doll, which I had never heard of or seen or anything before she showed how to do it. Anyway, so I'll just talk a little bit about the cage. It's constructed of little wooden strips, and I painted them. I attached them together with some of the metal tape that came in the kit, and I embossed mine, and then I inked it. And so that I just cut little strips of it, and that is what I used to go around the strips. And I picked a very serene version of Frida to do because I always picture her as such a tortured soul, and she did lead a pretty tortured life. But I just thought I wanted to make her pretty and more serene, because I saw in some of one of the printable pictures that Rosemary sent, I saw this one, this black and white image, and she just had these peach colored flowers in her hair, and she just looked really pretty and serene. And so that was my inspiration for that made me want to do just a more serene, calm, happy version of her. And I had this particular paper left from way back in my scrapbooking days. It has a little sparkle. It's more pastel-y. So that's what was my inspiration. Then when it came time to do Frida, I painted her bodice, her dress, with some acrylic paints. I used some paper from the kit for the arms because I have tattoos. I thought it looked cool to give her like some sleeves. And I had some stuff from, in my stash. I had these glittery jewels. I had the wings. I had this crystal flower. This part I gave as a belt is from the kit. And then all the little pictures around the edge are from the kit. And I just put them, all around the top part. Let's see. I added a forehead jewel and some little earrings. I kind of accentuated the flowers, and then I went over and gave her a nice shiny finish. The wings are acrylic paints, layers, and some stickles. And then I have to say, what she's holding is this little crystal flower. I went through various ideas of what she would be holding. And at one point I had this little mirror that I have a few of these from back in the day. So at one point I thought she'd be holding a mirror. And then I thought she could be holding a little black butterfly, paper butterfly. And then I had this crystal flower, which was my first inclination, but I couldn't decide. And so I saw Popo in a chat one day, and I just gave her the three choices: black butterfly, mirror, or crystal flower. And I didn't tell her anything about, and I just said pick one. And so she said crystal flower, and that was awesome because that was my favorite choice anyway. So that's what I did. Okay, so let me talk about mounting her on here. I had given her this coppery gold paper. Well, it's like cardboard actually, from some packaging. Well, then I realized, okay, I put the wings on. They're like plaster, and they're kind of heavy. It took me 3 tries to get them on, but then I had to hide the mechanics. So there was this doily in the kit, so I colored it with inks and paints and to kind of make it go. There was this strip of metal in the kit, so I ended up building this apparatus. This is a styrofoam block, so I jammed the metal piece in most of the way after I had mounted it to the back of Frida. And then I just covered it with some more of the paper, some ribbon, like that. And then this is some white sparkly ribbon. I don't know if you can see, maybe. Anyway, so that's my Frida. That's my cage. It's actually fairly sturdy. Oh, I have to talk about what I put on for the legs are these glass, they're glass corks for this rosé wine that I like. And I have saved them, a few of them, and because I always wanted to use them for something. And finally I got to use them on this. But they had a plastic thing here to do the stopper, so I spent a half hour figuring out how to cut those off. But I just thought it worked out perfectly. I wish you could get the full effect when she's just standing up, but they do make really pretty legs. So anyway, that is Frida, and I hope you like her. I think she looks really beautiful and calm and not so tortured. So that was my goal. I am still working on, I'm going to set her over here. I am still working on my little journal. Right now, all I have left is the cover, which I'm going to, oh, let's see. Okay. I'm going to use this paper that I ripped out of, I don't know, something from one of our trips. It's some kind of, I don't know if it's that Lacta paper, but anyway, I had ripped it out. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to put that on the cover of the little journal I deconstructed. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Then I'm going to put this paper that matches her on here. Okay, on the front. Then I'm going to put the rest of this embossed metal tape. Okay. And then the back will just have this. We'll have that paper and this. And then I have some ribbon that I'm gonna do the spine. Okay. And so that'll be done. Then I will put it on the book, which excuse me, which I made sure that the Frida is all throughout, some of the leftover little stamps, and then I used just some other things that I had. I put some little words, scrap papers. I tried to keep things in the same kind of color family. These are from the napkin that Rosemary had in the kit. And so I just went through and added this butterfly. It's from the kit. I just added and decorated the pages with things that I like. I left some empty spaces that I can do something. I cut the bird out of one of those printables. This is something I had in my stash. I decorated. I didn't like the one with her left aorta sticking out or whatever. So I trimmed her down, and then I covered it with just some other stuff, and I gave her some goofy hair. This picture I'm not wild about, but I went and fussy cut around all of it, and so I put some stars in her hair, so I feel better about that picture. I gave her a little crown, which was one of the little milagros that were in the kit. This one is my favorite page, I think. Whoops, is that upside down? I don't know which way this goes. Anyway, I really liked that one. I fussy cut that out, and then I used some stamps I had, and I don't know, I like it. Anyway, so that's the flip through. These are little pieces cut from the trim from the kit. And this is so funny because I have a pair of shoes that the heels have like a similar silverness to them that I wore to a holiday party a while back. Anyway, so I have some blank spots, and that is the book. So I will be putting it back into the cover, making a little binding for it, and sticking it in the cage. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I look forward to next time. Adios.